to see if that green light comes on. Now we're streaming. Wow. That's all I have to say is wow. I'm so upset about that. All right, guys. Sorry about the confusion here. Trap Lord Striker, Kisan Alice, Raw, Dougla, Bob. Yeah, we were having a problem. I clicked streaming and it says we were streaming, but we weren't. I don't know what that was about, etc., etc. Grab this. But I guess we're on. Yeah, see, there you go. The counter is now working. So I want to thank everybody for stopping by. This is an update stream. I want to kind of go over the vlog that I put out this morning because I think it is one of my better vlogs, and it was one of the most difficult vlogs for me to do because I had to somehow cover a conference. I had to vlog a conference. Like, how do you do that? And I actually found a way, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it, about us actually vlogging that. Let me see. Oh, CM, good. He's perfect. Perfect. CM's in the room. Because I want you guys to give me your feedback on it. What you think was good, what you think was bad. How can I improve? Did it get the message across? All those things. So, yeah. So let's, I guess we can just start playing it. Make sure everybody's in here. All right, we got about 2.5 minutes. Want to make sure everybody's in here. Yeah, Kisan, I don't understand what that was, B. I literally clicked streaming, and Streamlabs says streaming. So when when it says stop streaming, that means you're already live. And I looked down at the bottom, and where you're supposed to see the KB/S? It was gray. It wasn't even green. I don't know what that was. I literally been working all this morning, pushing out the vlog and letting people know, and got some good feedback from a bunch of people. And then 2 companies contacted me. They want to talk, so that's also good. And I can only see this becoming bigger and better as we go down the road towards Africa. All right, we got about less than 2 minutes, guys. Yeah, it could have been a glitch on YouTube's end. Honestly, I think that's what it was. It was a glitch on YouTube's end. Let me see something. So it is 1 o'clock my time. Yeah, I think about an hour, a little bit over an hour is the most I can spend because I have to get out of here and head up to Kingston because I have to go check out getting a SanDisk micro SD card so that I can get this Mario Tennis popping. But here's my question, Zero. Right before we start, how do you transfer SD card games from the Switch to another SD card? How would I be able to do that?
You put your old SD card into your computer, you
Mm-hmm.
save everything onto your computer, you take it out, you put the new one, you copy the files, you copy it over in your computer to your new SD card, and that's it.
Hmm. Okay. Then I have to get that micro SD card converter thing. So I'll have to make. Oh, when you buy the micro SD, it comes with a converter, right?
Some, not all of them.
SanDisk should come with one.
No, not all of them.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna look for the one that SanDisk has. That's the one I'm gonna have to buy because, yeah,
If you are going to look for one of those,
yeah.
usually it's a low grade SD card, and that's not gonna help you.
So I should look for.
It's relatively cheap
Mhm.
from brands like Mobo or something like that. It's no more than $1 or two.
All right. Corn, what's going on? Shark Tank. Do you have a 128 gigabyte? No, I don't. That's what I'm gonna have to go to Kingston to kind of get. Angel sent me $60 last night and told me to go get that. So that's what I'm gonna go get. Because then he will we're gonna raise the money to get the Mario Tennis Aces or whatever you call it. All right. We spent enough time. It's about 5 minutes after. So
Jesus.
let's go over this video, guys. Yeah. So let me play this. All right. Here we go. So obviously, you know, we have to have that EMP logo thing spinning and glowing. Well, we got some stuff in the future regarding that. All right, see, day 2, right?
Friday morning. And yeah,
Sash being puffy, as usual.
We're going to head down to the bus station. Today I'm going to the University of the West Indies. And we're going to continue the digital screen conference. But today we're going to focus on esports. Let's get it. I'm going to work.
Yeah, I told her to
Right, so
not go to work and come with me, but she wanted to go to work instead.
She has to go to work. Look at the dimples.
So here, though, you know I had to use a Sonic song. And I have to cut. Okay, so let me ask you guys a question. What do y'all think about the traveling? Because you notice that, like, how in the vlogs I always have a trap. Do you think I'm overdoing it with the travel? Or should I just cut out the travel altogether? Because every vlog, it's the same travel. Should I cut it out? Or should I make it small? Should I just make it shorter? Like I did this one. Because I was like, usually when I do the travel from like Spanish Town to Kingston, I always make it like 30 seconds long. In this one, I made it like literally 10 seconds. So should I make it shorter? Should I keep it longer? Or should I cut it out altogether? What are you guys' thoughts?
Don't know.
Alice says keeps the traveling. Whiplash, what's going on? CM, you in the room?
Yeah, hey, what's up?
Yeah, did you
I
get it?
say keep it.
So keep it at 30 seconds?
Not 30, like how you did in this video, because it's still nice to see the scenery for me.
You know, some people have nothing better to do. Zuru donates $14.99. Get yourself some fries. Like 1 penny more would have just put us at.
But yo, look. It's so beautiful. It's $4.99.99 and 33.33%. It's perfect.
Yeah, so, yo, something's wrong with you. Something's officially wrong with you. You people. All right, getting back. Thank you for the donation, Zero. Getting back to the question. So, all right. So Kisan says the traveling makes good transitions. Plus, it's nice to get a peek of Jamaica. Okay. All right. So that means when I'm traveling, I need to get better shots. Yeah, I'm gonna start getting better shots because like there's a whole highway that we pass by and it has some beautiful scenery and I have yet to use that. So good point, Kisan. I'll keep it, but I think I should cut it down to like 15 seconds. I think 30-second transitions is too long. 10 seconds may be too short. So for instance, let me take a look at this one, right? I'm gonna go back just a second, right? I want to see how long this transition is. All right, let's see. Oh, so we have 49, all right. 50. That was 15 seconds. I think 15 seconds is the key. I think that's the key. The 15 seconds is good.
Yep.
All right, so we'll do. So all my travels, I'll make it 15 seconds long, no more than that. All right, so who's Vet Vetrox? What's going on? All right, so let's continue with this. Let's.
Okay, guys. So I'm
So
actually here.
I did get there
I'm
early
actually in the theater
because we left 5 o'clock in the morning.
and stuff like that. I'm actually in one of the theaters of the actual.
But let me hold on.
conference that they
Time out.
had
I'm gonna go back.
here at
I gotta go back
UWI,
on
which
this.
is the University of West Indies, and they said I'm here early, so they're doing registration
One
in a little
second.
bit. So the University of West Indies, and they said I'm here early, so they're doing registration in a little bit.
Whoa.
Theaters of the actual.
All right, so I'm gonna pause this part. So this is in the University of West Indies. This is one of their auditoriums, right? And as you can see, that I don't know if you guys remember, I talked to you guys about this, literally in the Discord when I said that we could go to the University of West Indies and host esports tournaments because they actually have the auditorium set up for it. This auditorium holds in over about 300 plus people. It has a huge Titantron screen. They said they can even make it bigger and have the two setups at the side for the teams. This could be for Fortnite. This could be for League of Legends. This could be for Paladins. This could be for Team Smash. They could do everything there. FIFA, the whole 9 yards. So what do you guys think about this setup? Like hosting esports tournaments out of UWI, which stands for University of West Indies.
That's awesome.
Because
I would love to see that.
they said, I spoke to the people and they said whatever you need, we're definitely open to using it because they don't necessarily use it all the time. They don't necessarily use it. It's just a matter of booking and paying for it. And we're talking about Jamaican money. So if we're using US dollars to pay to host the esports tournament, it's relatively cheap to rent out their venue. Which is why I want to be able to host something big. I'm working with Esports Jamaica, Dexton, the guy who does a presentation you'll see later on in this vlog, to set up something massive in January. So Whiplash says the setup is good. Kisan says short and sweet. It's perfect. All right, so 15 seconds. All right, so let's continue this. Let's continue this. Right.
Conference that they're gonna have here at UWI, which is the University of West Indies, and they said I'm here early, so they're doing registration in a little bit. So this is a great opportunity for me to get a little bit of rest.
Turn this up, it's
I'm
too
going to
low.
use that. I'm going to get some rest, and just register, and then when the conference starts, we'll be covering it.
So now I literally took a nap in there because, like I said, we got Sasha has to get up 4:30 in the morning to go to work. So since I had this conference to go to in the morning, I left with her that morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. We get up at 4:30 and we leave out the house at 5. So when I got to Kingston, it was 6:30. Sash works at 8. Conference for me starts at 9. So we had there's a part I cut out. I didn't put it in there. Is when we stopped at Mother's and we had breakfast. But the quality of the video wasn't that great. For some reason, it was very blurry. So I cut that whole part out from the video. So yeah, we stopped off. We got some breakfast, and then around 7:15, I put her in a bus so she can go to work. It literally takes about 5 minutes to get there. Yo, my mans, move. Ants is all over my crap. So and then so when she left, I was at where I was at 7:15, and then I said, all right, I'm gonna take a taxi up to the University of West Indies. Think it's gonna take about 30 minutes to get there. It literally took me like 5 minutes to get there. So I got there like 7:30, and the conference didn't start until 9. So I was literally just there for that amount of time. So I was happy too, because it's too early in the morning for me. So I got a 40-minute break. And obviously I'm using the Final Fantasy nighttime music when you go in the inn. They give you that nighttime music. So I had to use that. So let's continue.
Then when the conference starts, we'll be covering it. Okay, so we're sitting here and they're setting up everything. I got my program right here, so we can take a look at all the stuff that they're going to be doing for the day at this conference. I'm really waiting for the esports section. There's going to be a whole segment talking about an unexplored frontier. That's not necessarily true.
So I paused something on the screen. Let me
Explored
unpause
that
it
frontier
again.
here in Jamaica.
I paused something on the screen. So after I woke up, I talk about like what are the things, that program that I have. Let me see something here. Bring it up for you guys on the main screen. So here's this was the program schedule that I have for the conference. So, and it tells you all the stuff that's on it and whatnot, but kind of wanted to go through all the stuff that's there. And there's the part where I said, they want to talk about, it says on the esports, an unexplored frontier. Obviously, this means for Jamaica, but the reality is that it was explored and it's still being explored. So I just wanted to make the correction on that because I don't want people to get the idea that somehow Triforce and Company and Dexter and whatever, we're now the first to explore esports in Jamaica, because that's not true. Esports was explored in Jamaica long before I even got there. It's just that the infrastructure was never set up, but it's been explored long before I got there, and that's why, like, I credit when you see this part here. I'm going to unpause it.
Before,
I'm going to show you these guys.
Have.
Clan Pro Circuit. They have a group called Fighters Allegiance Jamaica, and they've been at it like years before I even came back to Jamaica. And then there was these guys at Area 51 and Wizards. There was a game shop, and they've been doing it before Andrew and the Clan Pro Circuit guys at Fighters Allegiance Jamaica then. So we're talking about 10 years before I even got there. Guys were already cracking it out in Jamaica, trying to explore the whole esports frontier. But like I said, no infrastructure was set until when Cyberbox came into formation, which is the logo I showed you before. That's when I was hired by Tafari Hendricks, and he flew me to Jamaica and set me up there to work for them as an esports ambassador when they made Jamaica's first esports league. That's why it's called the Cyberbox. Let me go back to the logo just so you guys can see it. Right? Oh, come on. Yeah, the Cyberbox Esports League. That was the first infrastructure laid down in Jamaica, but it only lasted 1 year until investors pulled out from it. So where we are right now is we're at a point where, well, later on in the video, the guy's going to explain like some of the people who are still working at esports in Jamaica by hosting tournaments. And our job is to try to network all of these tournament organizers, etc., into one infrastructure and really set that precedence for Jamaica. But we'll get more into that, so let's keep going.
Before even I have, but I think what they're talking about is having an actual solidified infrastructure. Jamaica has yet to set in place a stable infrastructure for esports, and that's something that
now, for those who are wondering why I put Mario in there, the whole sound of the bricks breaking, the pipes and all that other stuff, and I use the Mario Maker because it shows construction. It means we're working on it. So for those who like, why did Triforce do that? I was hoping you guys got that. In fact, did you guys get that when I used Mario in there and used those sounds? Who got that or who didn't?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Anyone thought otherwise?
Hadn't noticed.
Okay.
Just leave it.
Oh no, I'm gonna leave it. I can't change it. It's already up on YouTube. I'm not editing this.
No. That style. Leave it.
Leave that style? Okay. All right.
Yeah, leave it.
Let's go forward.
It's fine.
I would love to get involved with when they have their talk on it. There's an esports gaming tournament after lunch. Esports gaming is kind of redundant. It's an esports tournament. So, and then there's the award ceremony, and that'll be done for the day. So let's see how this goes when they are finished setting up and everyone gets here. I'm actually very early. I came here like a whole hour early. But we'll see how this works out.
Hey, Kisan, thank you for the $5 donation. I want to pause this part here. I have to pause this part here. So, two things I got to explain, right? Yeah, double Triforce, right? There is a thing called King's Tune, right? And if you guys had watched the first vlog, I was at the animation aspect of the entire conference, and we were talking about some stuff. And I'm interested in doing a short animated story about my life and add a little bit of the different exaggerated components of me being good at video games as some type of power or whatever, and then use that to tell children's stories about, you know, how they can get become great at anything. And there's this thing called King's Tune. Later on this year, they are hosting an actual competition for local and international animated film competition, in which they have these big sponsors from the World Bank that's looking into new ideals. So, do you guys know that dude on Twitter who's doing the Joy-Con Boys anime with me, C&D, and Etika?
Sort of. I've seen bits and pieces.
Yeah, I remember that.
So you know him, right? The was it Decepticons? No, I don't think it's Decepticons. Let me take a look. Let me get his tweet. Because I'm actually reaching out to him because I want to try to get him under... I want to try to hire him or create some type of short 5 to 10 minute film. 1 second, guys. Let me grab him. Let me see what's his name. Decepticon Bladder. That's his name. DB Sling on Twitter. So that guy, if you look at his animation, I'm in talks with him right now, and to try to figure out if we can do something to actually put together a short film for Jamaica and enter it under the International Animated Film Competition. He's godlike, and I think he just needs the right push and support, and I think he could do something real quick. So we'll find out how this, like if he's interested in doing it or whatever, and I'll keep you guys posted. But I definitely want to see if he's willing to do that. The whole part regarding this, what's the King's Tune, I had to cut out because it was like 15 minutes long, and there's no way it was gonna make it into the vlog. And I'm sorry you guys don't really know about it, but I felt that this part where I had all this information on it was at least put this in so people could see it. I saved, did I? 1 second, guys. I think I saved it onto my computer. If I saved it on my computer, I'll upload it separately for people who want to hear what the guy said regarding it, and that'll be its own standalone for those who'll be interested in it. But this is something definitely EMP will be interested in. I'm definitely going to be looking into this for sure. So, in fact, I think I can get if you guys watch the first video, right? In the first video, the guy Jeff Brunstrom was talking about what are some of the great ideals of making a Jamaican animated story, and I was asking him what could we do. So you know how like CNN's Great Big Film did the video on me. I was thinking about, can we animate that into a story and then put that out in Jamaica as an inspiring story for the kids, etc., etc. So I'm going to be shopping around for some investors. Like, this requires an actual investor, and then I'm going to use that invested money and hire an actual animator to put together like a 10-15 minute cartoon. And Decepticon Bladder is the first guy on my list because I just like his animation already. I've seen it. If you guys don't know who he is, check him out. He's at DBS Ling or DB Sling on Twitter. Check him out. His work is godlike. All right, back to the vlog. Whoa.
DSBCon is hosted with the support of the Korea World Bank Partnership Facility and is convened this year under the theme, a strategic and policy framework for acceleration, or accelerating rather. Ladies and gentlemen, the Digital Screen Business Conference is a contemporary conference designed to create a space for industry-focused dialogue between business owners, policymakers, and influencers, industry experts, academics, and other creative sector stakeholders. The conference aims to close the gap between focused commercial-level intervention, the national policy framework, and the overarching strategy necessary for industry growth.
My name is Marjorie Newland.
See, this is the part of the vlog I think no one likes. A bunch of adults talking, and I don't think anyone even cared to listen to anything of that they had to say. But keep in mind, I only do about 30 to 45 seconds tops of each of the people talking, and I try to find the keynote, the key information that they speak about, just to give everyone an idea of what they're there for, so that everyone knows, you know, what the plan of action is. So I know it sounds boring, but if you actually listen to it with an open mind, there's good information that they give you, like the lady who just spoke. This is Marjorie. She's going to tell you guys who she is, etc., etc. So, did anyone compete in the tournament, Triforce? Which tournament, Dwight? So, let's hear what Marjorie says now.
Now, if you look at my hair, you will see that I'm not in your age group, right? However, I have children and grandchildren who are very much into this animation thing, and so am I. And I have to tell you that I have had to suffer through Minecraft every single day of my life, right? So I'm just here this morning to wish you all a very warm welcome.
Anyone like that Minecraft gift thing? I just thought it was appropriate to put it in there. Don't know if you guys like that. Oh yeah, the one in the conference. Yeah, we played in it. You'll see it in the video. We actually played in it.
And to bring greetings from the Yedai project, and they've mentioned it before. It's a youth let's start again. Youth employment in the digital and animation industries project.
I want to say good morning to Renee Robinson.
This is the funny part,
to
guys.
Martin Newland, who is a project manager, to Jeff Rostrom, animation consultant. And do you know that Jeff worked with Disney, and I'm told on Hannah Montana. Do you know anything about Hannah Montana? Hold up your hand. All right. And also Lilo and Sketch. I stand to be corrected, but I'm already standing. We are working now very closely with the government on promoting new niche markets to accelerate growth, but also to improve employment, especially among youths. And so the focus is on the digital industry as well as the animation industry.
All right, so pretty much you guys see the World Bank is there, which I just find it funny that the World Bank is in Jamaica, but it's whatever. And we're going to enter the esports side, so I guess we got rid of the whole information. So this is the part of the vlog where I guess everyone's watching the vlog about, you know, esports in Jamaica. So this is Dexton.
All right, my name is Dexton Graham, and I'm an esports enthusiast. Who here can tell me what esports is all about?
Esports is when an infrastructure for competitive gaming is built to turn video game playing into a sport.
Exactly. You hear that, guys? So if your mom keeps hitting you to stop playing the video game, to put it down, we're in the area where we can tell her, Mom, this can earn me millions in the future. Right? All right. Well, you can tell her that. After the presentation today, you should be able to tell her that. And if you follow Esports Jamaica on Facebook or on Twitter, you'll have more information to bring to her. And we also have a website, esportsja.com. But let me just get into the presentation and see if we can get this completed so that we do away with the notion where they say that playing video games is a waste of time. All right? So this is actually a scene from a tournament that was held last year, December, at the Chinese Benevolent Center, and we'll talk about it later on. So it's just to show you that esports is alive and well in Jamaica. We actually have several entities who have been putting on tournaments since as early as, I think, 2013. But we're just going to highlight some of the recent tournaments that have been put on. First, we have In Control. This is run by Billy Z. Clark.
Billy Z.
And I'll show
is
you
the guy
guys
that runs
him
this.
later on. Again, these are some pictures from a recent tournament that was held. These are some players. I think one of them is from...
Yeah, so KDZ came down to Jamaica in 2015 to play in the Street Fighter tournament. And he actually won it for us and whatnot. There's a whole video literally about this event. A whole video on it. We actually covered the entire tournament because I wanted to make sure it was documented. One of the biggest problems for G Foster, what's going on? One of the biggest problems with emerging regions for esports is that a lot of people do not properly document the foundation of what they're doing. A lot of these events happen and it goes underground. No one knows, no one cares. And that's one of the things that I did not want to happen. We hired, well, I didn't hire, Billy Z hired the national television company TVJ to come cover the event, and I don't think they really did that great of a job. They covered it from a children's point of view, not a sporting point of view. Like, they were talking about kids playing video games and having a good time. They didn't cover the competition. It was an esports tournament that had an area for children to play video games and have a good time. But the way the television company covered it, it was a children's event for video games and in a section where they had guys playing competitively, and that was just like misrepresented. But I had covered it and I have it on my YouTube page. And I guess at the end of this video, when it processes, I'll put that there for those who wanted to see that tournament live. KDZ's there and a couple of other guys. Beanie Man's son, Moses, is there. He explains, and there's a bunch of stuff that we got there. Kill Them from the Silverbirds here in Jamaica that represents Empire Arcadia's FIFA division. They were there as well. So, and we interview them. So I'll show you guys that later. Let me get back to the presentation.
Empire Arcadia. We also have Usain Bolt was in the audience. I don't think you can see him from here. He was supposed to come out with a Call of Duty team to compete in the tournament as well. And then we have some racing game that took place there. And as you can see in the top right hand corner, we see JMMB Group as a sponsor. Next we have the Cryptic Championship run by a guy called Jason White. He's been putting on this tournament on a monthly basis. You guys can check him out on Facebook. We have some screenshots from those tournaments. Shout out to all the Yardie gamers in here, or any family members of them. We have prizes being given away to the winners. Repping Yardie gamers again. And just showing you a fully packed auditorium at, I think this was the Shirley Temple Retreat Hotel. Next we have Game Effects, our recent entrant into the tournament arena. They've hosted quite a few tournaments in the past 2 years. The last one, I think, the total prize pool was about 100,000 Jamaican. This is actually Jason White competing in Game Effects tournament and walking away with the Mortal Kombat XL championship. And we have some persons gearing up for the quarterfinals. We also have Clan Pro Circuit. I don't know how many persons have heard of them before.
Like I said, Clan Pro Circuit, these guys are one of the earlier guys that started esports in Jamaica. Before they were called, they rebranded themselves as Clan Pro Circuit, but they were earlier known as Fighters Allegiance Jamaica, where a gentleman called Andrew Pang. He's the guy that runs it. So here he goes.
Before, but they've been around since early 2010 or 2011. Now that brings us to what Esports Jamaica is about. I'm the founder and CEO. We actually started in 2013 after watching the League of Legends World Championship. Our mission, or what we're all about, is that we're an organization with a commitment of bringing together persons who like to indulge in the creative, exciting, and rewarding world of competitive gaming. And our mission is to bring competitive gaming to the forefront of entertainment in Jamaica and the wider Caribbean. And
now, keep in mind, you already said his job is to bring esports to the forefront of entertainment in Jamaica and the wider Caribbean. For those who don't understand what that means, is that Dexton wants to make esports the main form of entertainment in the Caribbean, not just Jamaica. And I kind of agree with him. It'll help Jamaica get more engaged in technology. Not that we aren't engaged in technology, but in terms of like how we engage, how much we engage in it, Jamaica needs to step up. In fact, the whole Africoms needs to step up into this. So, and I'm definitely interested in that. That's what I want to do, so that's why I'm helping.
I have a quick question about
What's up?
that, though.
What's up?
Do you think that esports is going to beat soccer in that regard, or?
Well, you mean, oh no, FIFA is Jamaica's #1 game, so it doesn't make a difference. Like I tell these guys all the time, I'm like, I know y'all like League, I know y'all like Fortnite and all these other games that's coming out, but to answer your question directly, without a doubt, like hands down, no questions asked. I'm gonna get the full screen on this. FIFA will represent Jamaica as the national esports game. Then you'll have Fortnite and League of Legends and the other games. But FIFA, Jamaica has a culture, right? That is known for good and bad. Everyone knows Jamaica for dancing, right? Dance hall music, blah blah blah. That's why I'm doing everything in my power to push Just Dance in the whole competition. So definitely gotta push that, right? Everyone right now as we speak today, World Cup is all that's talked about in Jamaica. That's it. No one's doing any work. The economy is slowing down because everyone's talking about Germany getting bopped, Brazil winning, Nigeria on deck, and how Mexico is putting it out on these people out here. So that's all that's being talked about right now. Marriages are being broken up because husbands and boyfriends and stuff like that are not paying their wives and their girlfriends any attention. It's just FIFA down there. That's all that's talked about. So that's going to always be Jamaica's #1 game. Outside of that, then you'll have like League of Legends and Fortnite, and those will be big games too, but they will never be bigger than FIFA. Not in Jamaica. Not happening. So I hope that answers your question.
It does. Thank you.
All right. Going on.
I'm hoping that everyone here will help us to do that. We actually had our first tournament at Cyberbox Land Center. The team at the time, I think, Get Wrecked, walk away with the $16,000 cash prize. And today we'll be hosting another gaming tournament where the winning team will actually walk away with computer systems valued at over $400,000. Now in closing, as projected, the revenue for esports will actually grow on a yearly basis. And as you can see, by 2020, or as the girl mentioned a while ago, by 2020 we should have $5 billion in revenue. Now if you look at the chart on the right, you will notice that there's a 41% that is open.
I'm going to pause this chart here, right? Very important to pause this chart here. So in 2015, when they were talking about esports, at the time, esports was $512 million. I told people by 2018 it was going to hit a billion, and everyone's like, nah, it's not going to hit a billion until 2020. And as you can see, it has already crossed that, right? It has way crossed that mark. In fact, let me see, 2015. Well, I don't know why it says 325 million, but it was more than that because I actually have a chart from who are these people that did this? I think the same people that did this chart. So I don't even know why they even put it. China and North America will generate 362 million 2017, or 52% of the global esports revenue. Which, yeah, and China is gonna. Oh man, I'm not going to get into this. But as you can see, by 2018, we're talking about 1.4 billion. Well, it says 2020, but it's already hit $1 billion, and this is something that, you know, we are not even talking about Africa, India, Latin America, and the Caribbeans. When these players, when the African region steps up to the plate for esports, that's all I gotta say, B. It is about to get medieval. Let us continue.
It's not
To
just
the rest
about
of the
pure
world.
numbers, though. It's also about where the money invest for you.
No, 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 no.
You can say you. Can
I'm gonna
say
explain
no,
it.
but a
I'm
lot of
explaining.
things
I'm going
doesn't
to.
change
I'm
anything.
going to explain it. Actually, it changed something. You can say a lot of things based on your limited information, but I'm gonna tell you what it is. Esports is a spectator sport. That's why
No shit.
yes, and that's why China is in this league already for esports, and they just got here. Do you know why? Because it has a billion people. It's
Listen, okay.
Time. You're jumping in and you know nothing about esports. You know league esports, and what you're doing is you're conflating
No,
what
I
you
know, I know more than just League Esports, but go on. Just continue and stop talking about what I know and just continue with what you were saying.
In terms of Africa, because you're looking at Africa in one mindset, that Africa does not have the technological infrastructure to actually support the amount of people that can be turned from that can be players, viewers, into spectators. What you don't understand is that that image, that stereotype, that narrative is wrong. It's the same thing with people who think about Jamaica. People like, Jamaica has fiber optic? I didn't even know you guys had highways. And we're like, what the hell? Like, highways are like 30 years old here. We're like, why are you people thinking of, because the mindset of black countries is these dust balls that run around, and kids with bloated bellies and starvation walking around mindlessly dying, lack of education, lack of food, no, that is not how African countries work. Does that exist in African countries? Of course, that exists in America. Like, are you kidding me? Poverty exists everywhere, but the notion that this image of poverty is the majority of what's in Jamaica, what's in Barbados, Trinidad, Africa as a continent.
So can I talk now? Because nothing you've said is something I haven't heard you say before.
Yes, but then why are you disagreeing?
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Africa's not like, okay, so like we know like a lot of African countries are just kind of unified culturally, but Africa is a continent, right? All the countries in Africa have varying economic situations from country to country, right? So it's kind of not
obviously.
Okay, so instead of talking about Africa, let's talk about India for a second, okay? Because that's one country. That country alone it's approaching 1 billion people if it hasn't already exceeded that.
It already exceeded 1 billion.
Okay, yeah. So it exceeded 1 billion, okay? 70%.
No, let him finish. Let him finish. Go.
Okay, all right, okay. So 70% of India fucking shits on the streets, and they're extremely poor, and they're not even registered by the government, okay? They do not have the technology to even fucking watch esports most of the time. They fucking live in like villages and it's extremely impoverished. There, like you say, there's a wealth disparity in America. There's a like. Now imagine the wealth disparity in America.
Hold on. There's a donation came in, and the donation's for you. The donation says, "I just want to donate to tell Sahil, shut the up. Didn't your mother teach you not to speak when your mouth is full of BS?" I'm just letting you know this was a message in a donation.
So whoever donated that, right? I'll shut up when you go under my desk, right? When you pull my pants down, don't forget to pump your nuts. Okay?
Time out. We are streaming. Like, come on. Come on. All right. Go on. Finish what you're saying.
But anyway, as I was saying, right, the wealth disparity in India is like magnitudes the size of the wealth disparity in America, right?
Okay.
And when we're talking about a country with over 1 billion people, 70% of the population not even having access to clean water or things that other countries would deem basic human rights and necessities, having 1 billion people doesn't really.
Okay.
It's not really.
Here's a question. No, but see, and I'm glad you mentioned this because I don't think you take up math. Let me ask you a question. How many people are in America?
Like 400 million.
400 million.
Like 350 maybe.
All right.
Something like that.
Let's just give it 400 million flat. What is the percentage of that amount of people in America that's into esports?
Let's say if we take everybody between the ages of like 12 and like 30, because that's the majority.
Give me a number. But, whatever number you make up is fact. Give me a number.
Okay, all right. 40 million.
40 million, right? Okay. So, 1 billion plus people in India. You said 70% of them take a dump in the streets, right? So yeah. That leaves us a cool whopping 300 plus million. Even if you took 20 million of that 300 plus million in India, that's not taking a dump in the street. That's enough for a good esports industry in India. So it completely erased your entire point. Because the problem you're not understanding is that you think it needs the full 100% of 1 billion people. You think 1 billion people in China is creating the esports market in China? No, a fraction of that is doing it. And China's already one of the superpowers in esports, and it just got here. America has 400 million people, only 40%. 40 million of those people, by your numbers, is into esports. Africa is a continent that has 1.2 billion people. Africa just needs literally 10 million people. It's good. So, now that we've solidified that mathematically, I'm trying to figure out what's your point.
Okay,
my man, you
haven't really.
I literally lowballed the number for you. I literally lowballed the number for you. I said Africa.
It doesn't matter if you lowball. There's still things you're not taking into account. Like, for example, let's say, okay, sure, 30% of India is not completely impoverished and is lacking basic human necessities. But it doesn't change the fact that part of the reason that a lot of these new growing industries in tech and media all grow in first world countries is because these first world countries are in a position to where most of the baseline problems have been solved and they can move on to entertainment industries and whatnot.
What are you? Pause for a second. No, Silent. Pause for a second. Silent. Did you watch day one of the first vlog for the Digital Screen Business Conference? Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, if you watch the first day, why is the World Bank and Korea in Jamaica? Did you hear what the people said?
Because there's a market there.
What? Wait, but Jamaica has a lot of economic and social issues down here and government problems down here. So why would they want to come down? There's only 4 million people in Jamaica. 4 million people, break that down into 25%, it's only 1 million people that they can really target in terms of business. And then realistically, let's lowball it, half of that. So it's only really 500 million people in Jamaica that they can really target. So why would they come here? You know why? Because you look at technology through a PC. If Jagan was in here, Jagan will tell you the world's technology runs through phones. Phones. And if esports is a spectator sport, it's about phones. Phones. People watch FIFA on their phones. The World Cup is being watched through the phones. League of Legends comes on, you can't get home in time, you watch it through your phone. Evo comes on, phone. And guess what? In African countries, or let's use the word Donald Trump used, in African crap hole countries like ours, we only have phones. That's why big telecommunication companies such as Orange in France, Digicel for Ireland is in our crap hole countries because they sell phones. Phones is where it's all at. And if this is about watching, if this is about viewing, where if let's take a look at social media here in Jamaica, my wife is on her phone 24/7. I go, we have 3 laptops in the house. You're constantly on your phone 24/7. It is a culture amongst African people. This is what happens. So the ideal here is sell internet to them, internet data, or voice over IP, or sell cellular data. That's how these big telecommunications companies make money in these African country markets, because they know they will buy it. White people don't buy that. White people is on fiber, or what's this other stuff that they use. That's what they use. They don't use their phones. They use more quote unquote sophisticated technology. Not to say that we aren't sophisticated. That's why I mentioned the point. We need to catch up because we have the technology. We just don't use it. For some reason, people just love using phones. So when I'm looking at this entire thing from that standpoint, it's about the phones. We have a show over here called Rising Stars by Digicel. No one watches that on TV. Everyone watches it from their phone because you have to vote from your phone. So, like, what? This is so stupid. Why can't you vote from your computer? Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp, 3 of the most biggest applications used, social media applications used, along with Twitter. Guess what? Guess what device it's used from the most? The phones. Holy smokes. Now in countries like India, Africa, the Caribbean, and Latin America, guess what device we use the most? Phones. But you did not have that knowledge when you were just spewing feces from your mouth. You just went from some crap that you read from Google, from some corporation that read it, from some IGN or some first world website, because you're talking, what you're doing, time out, what you are doing is this, you're taking first world knowledge and experience and information and applying it to developing countries and third worlds. Wrong, moron! You cannot do that! You'd be the first person on the firing block for companies down here because they're like, you are an idiot! Stop mixing the two.
Okay, so listen, you can disagree with what I'm saying. That's fine, but stop saying that I'm formulating my opinion from reading it off of somewhere.
My man, you are.
Where are you getting?
Let me answer that question. Where am I getting it from? Your entire narrative. I've heard it before because I've read it and I've seen it on YouTube, and I know you're not intelligent enough to formulate those opinions on your own. So I know you stole them.
I didn't steal them. Though.
My man, you have Google opened up next to you every time you come on the Discord when you have an argument with me. Because I have experience and you don't.
When I come on stream and I argue with you, I'm playing a game because I don't have.
My man, yo, okay, we're gonna keep it gangster right now. We're gonna keep it gangster right now. Discord. Hold on, let me ask the Discord. Let me ask the Discord. Let me ask the Discord a question. Discord, keep it real with me. Keep it real with me. Y'all talk to me on the low. Sorry. Y'all talk to me on the low, Discord. Keep it real with me. Sahil's here. You no need to talk behind his back. Y'all can say it right now. Don't Sahil keep Google open to look up his information when having an argument with me. Keep it real, Discord.
I don't have Google open to look at information to debate.
I didn't ask you that question. I know I didn't ask you. I didn't say Sahil. I asked the Discord.
Now, Sahil, he didn't play that. You just admitted that without him having to say it, Sahil.
Anyway, okay, so look, let us, because this is taking longer since Sahil came in here. You saw how we completely detracted. Actually, we didn't detract. We just went further deep. We will have this, because I can't stay too long, Sahil. So we'll have this discussion privately when the stream is done. Let me at least finish this vlog so I can hurry up and get out of here and go up to Kingston. But we're gonna stick a pin in this conversation. We're gonna talk some more about this because there's a lot of things you don't know about what's going on in these African countries that I need to put you on. And Yusef says you don't use Google, you use Yahoo. Anyway, moving forward, let's get back to this. All right.
And my aim or my goal is to ensure that esports, Jamaica itself, earn their percentage from that 41%. Thank you guys for giving me the time, and enjoy the rest of the time.
This is the content you deserve.
Thank you so much, Mr. Graham. Please put your hands together for him again, please. Such a full presentation, a wealth of knowledge, lots to come, lots to expect from esports.
All right, so here we are now, right? So after that conference, so the conference ended. Dexton was done with the conference, right? And here's the part where Dexton, we started League of Legends, and there was a school there called Calabar, right? And they picked 6 players from the school to play a 3v3 exhibition, right? To give these kids their first experience in esports. And one team won and the other team lost. The team that lost, the kid was on the team, he was crying because he wanted to run it back, which you have to respect that gangster. He wanted to run it back because he was so passionate about it. And I decided to give them the first esports experience by giving them $1,000 each. Let me rephrase that. $10 US, which equals to 1,000 Jamaican dollars, because a lot of people start thinking something else. But I paid them all just to play in that exhibition, so that they can get their first esports experience. And here's where they're showing I'm paying out. So just in case anyone didn't understand what that was, what this scene is about. So here it is.
In both teams. Yeah, both. It was 6 people on for both sides. Oh, okay, I knew that. All right, so. Yeah, so
yeah, I know. I feel.
Mr. Johnson is going to be making the presentation of $1,000 for your participation in the League of Legends game. I was here cheering. You know, I was here. I think we were all suggesting, Mr. Johnson, but the young man who was crying and who didn't want to leave the game, we wanted to like give him like another $1,000. I don't know if that's like because he was crying. And you can see the passion in his eyes and in his actions, and he wanted to be here and participate. Do you have anything you want to say to them to inspire them?
Okay, guys, so just like the whole point of this is to inspire the next generation to represent Jamaica in esports, and this is your next generation in esports for Jamaica.
That's right. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Have a good evening. It's Friday. Yay! Burger King money. No?
We had some schoolers here who wanted to find out what esports was for the first time, and they played an actual exhibition game, and I sponsored the schoolers just so they can feel what esports is actually like, because they're going to be the next generation in Jamaica. And, you know, so now they know what it is. They can go back and tell their mother they made a little bit of money playing video games.
Good job, buddy. You're right here.
Right now, so we have a couple of the corporate people here taking a look at, you know, here at the University of West Indies, how esports is actually done.
It's pretty much
Empire Arcade actually has a team that's going to be playing here, Amazing Primes. Definitely sponsored them to represent us in the actual tournament, and hopefully they can take home another win for the team. But the entire point is to give people in Jamaica an actual display of what esports is like and how Jamaica can grow into esports. So shout outs to Esports Jamaica, shout outs to Dexton for everything he's done to help set this up, because this is his thing. And let's see how the tournament goes.
So there's no way I was going to make this video longer than it already is by showing you guys a whole tournament. So I just made it a montage video music and tried to kind of find the right music. And I want to see if well, only the older people would know this. Let's see who in the YouTube will find out, or who in the Discord will find out what music I'm using for this particular montage.
One of it, the EMP Amazing Prime is too much for the God Slayers, and we have victory through surrender.
You see that guy, just to let you guys, you see the guy that actually gave the thumbs up? He's on challenger level in league. Just wanted to point that out. Oh, shout outs to Zuru for getting me the EMP logo in time so that we could got up there. Cause yeah.
All right, guys, so this is the end of the Digital Screen Business Conference. The League of Legends tournament has just concluded.
Yep.
The League of Legends tournament was hosted by
Esports Jamaica.
From Dexton, right?
Yeah, Dexton Graham Esports Jamaica, you know.
So, and you've been helping to put together the esports infrastructure in Jamaica for how long now?
Actually started from 2013, you know, I started with a website. A couple years after that, I developed a mobile app as well called it Esports Caribbean to kind of reach out to the rest of the markets to get on board with esports. I hosted my first tournament in 2014 at Cyberbox, and then later on I played more of a background role in the scene trying to build the esportsja.com website, you know, rally up behind other promoters of esports and trying to get tournaments going on. And because of that, I was reached out or contacted by Doyen from the World Bank to help host and manage this tournament. So it's because of them that we're able to put on this wonderful tournament today. And just the entire setup is what I've been envisioning from day one, with the big screens, the commentators, a big crowd. As much as we didn't have as much persons as we expected today, it still turned out to be, you know, a very good turnout. The competition shows that, you know, we have League of Legends player in Jamaica who can compete on a world stage, and hopefully this will be the building block for everything.
Well, I'm proud of what you've done, man. You know, because ever since Cyberbox closed down, the support in the scene has kind of wavered, but there's still guys out there, such as yourself. I saw you put up Clan Pro Gaming, Cryptic Championship, and the rest of the guys. So there's still people out here trying to make it happen for esports in Jamaica, and I look forward to supporting you in any which way I possibly can.
Thanks,
moving into the future, we gotta get Jamaica on the map. But good job. You know, thanks a lot, man. I really
thank
appreciate
you for coming
it.
out as well.
Definitely. Are we gonna see any more tournaments from you this year?
Well, tomorrow, Saturday, I'm actually hosting an online 1v1 tournament in League of Legends, and look out for something at the end of June. We're coining it the Best in JA, because we want to showcase the talent and show that, you know, there are persons in here who can represent Jamaica and be the best in Jamaica. So stay tuned for that, esportsja.com. You can find the details there. You can also find us on Facebook, esportsja, as well as Twitter, esportsja. So, you know, follow us, give us your support, and help us to build this industry, because we definitely need to get Jamaica a part of esports. Right?
Definitely agree. Follow this man, guys, and don't worry about it. I know what you guys are thinking out there. It was just League of Legends. He does other games, and he knows about Fortnite. He'll get to it. Don't worry about it. Fortnite's coming, guys. Don't worry about it. All right, man,
Fortnite, Call of Duty, all of those games are coming. We have members in the community always asking for it. So, you know, this is just League of Legends is what was enabled today. So we went with that, but we're definitely coming in with more titles. So just look out for it. Best in JA.
Later, guys.
Okay, so that was pretty much the vlog, right? As you guys can see here, for those who are into League of Legends, the actual match with EMP Amazing Primes versus Godslayers is actually there. You can watch the full match. It's the full actual match. And then day one of the Jamaica Digital Screen Business Conference is actually there. You can see what led up to this video and so forth. And like I said, at the end of this video, which I'm going to pretty much come to a close in like the next 10 minutes, I'm going to put the original tournament that was done back in 2015 by Billy Z's, what's the name of this, In Control triple play event that he had. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Like, what do you guys? So your thoughts. Let me get some of you guys' thoughts, and I'll take some questions before I call it a. I wrap this up and get ready to head out of here, cause yeah, I got to get up to Kingston real quick and take a picture of this battery and get it to zero or whatnot. Anybody's thoughts?
I thought the video was great.
Oh, okay.
I enjoyed it.
Glad you guys did.
I'm probably gonna watch it again because I came in late through the stream. So.
All right, trust me, it's there. You guys can watch it whenever you want. So, please do so. Let me see something. I got an Arita Valor closed beta code. Wow. For the Switch, Moby? You got that for the Switch?
Dang, he's lucky.
All right. Well, any questions? Well, I think the Discord. CM.
Hey, what's up?
You got any questions, B? I'm about to call this stream a wrap and head on out.
So, what are the future steps Jamaica's going to be taking the next couple of months?
Well, the next couple, there are going to be two anime events that I'm going to. One's called Anime Picnic, and the other one's an anime convention, I think. Anime Con that I'm going to be going to. I'm going to be supporting them. We're going to be using those platforms to push Just Dance. At the same time, I have a TV campaign that I have to do down here in Jamaica before I leave out for Africa. This week coming in, I got to go set up what schedule, when's the day that they're going to be allowing me to come on a TV, etc. But it definitely has to be done before I go to Africa. I was sponsored by a Discord member to be able to do this TV thing, so that's good. And then I have to hit the schools. I want to go to the schools and start talking to the kids about digital entertainment and animation and esports and pretty much inspire them and give them the talk. You know, a Triforce's preaching talk that amps you up to get hyped to want to get into that stuff. I'm going to be doing that with the kids and stuff like that, and getting them to want to get into animation so they can express themselves, express our culture, and get into competitive gaming so they can represent us and so forth. So those are the things I'm going to be doing here in Jamaica, obviously, until I get ready to go to Africa for the Access Summit that they're going to be having. So yeah. Outside of that, that's pretty much it. That's literally our plan for this entire spring, going into summer, going into fall. And then obviously when I come back, I have to head to the US for the International Video Game Hall of Fame event. That the Galaxy of Gaming is hosting an event in October, so I'm gonna go there for that, and that'll pretty much mark our the rest of our year. And then we get ready for Smash at the end of the year. Obviously I'm going to be playing that on the stream, and then 2019 we make our move. So there's a lot to go on, but we take it one step at a time. And yeah. Any other questions? Any other questions?
Well, I think besides the questions, you know, this video that you made, it was really informative, man. Like, that, it was a really good show in case of everything that was happening in Jamaica that day.
Well, I definitely wanted to do this. That's why, you know, this is the first time well, no, I don't know if this is the first time, maybe. But this is one of the rare times that I've ever, like, launched a video and then did a stream to kind of follow up what the video that I launched was about. And I felt that I needed to do this because I really wanted people to understand what was being done. This was supposed to be out like a week and a half ago, but I got so much stuff on the table. I'm just trying to clear everything up, man, from the repairing, all the different equipment that we had to rebuy or get repaired, etc., to the back vlogs that I have. I gotta go fix this friggin' hard drive now. I'm so tight about that. This is too much stuff on the table, man. But definitely stuff that we have to go. So, but we're on track, slowly but surely, man. As long as we don't rush ourselves, as long as we pace ourselves, we'll be good. As long as we have our YouTube community and our Discord community supporting us, and our people out there who, I pretty much do this so that they can see what we're actually doing with the money that they're donating. Yes, it's slow on a lot of ends, definitely slow on a lot of ends, but it's really just me executing a lot of these things from the administrative staff. I got some people that's helping me on the back end, on the computer, but when it requires the actual execution of the campaign or the project, the physical work, it's just me and my wife, Rion, and his girl. So things happen slowly. So all I ask people to do is please be patient we're gonna get there, man. We're gonna get there. Outside of that, Jerry, on how did you hear about this conference? Dexton, I subscribe to a bunch of Jamaican esports groups or gaming groups on Facebook, and he had posted that week he was going that he was invited to the conference. And when I heard about it, I looked up the conference. I was like, I need to get into this conference somehow. And then he hooked it up. He pulled some strings for me, made it happen, and then the community came through, and we made it happen, and that's how I got there. So, all right, looks like I guess that's it. An hour and 11 minutes. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Or not tonight, this afternoon. I'm leaving some links here in the video so that you guys can definitely see. Let's run this credits for those who made some support to the actual stream. Let's run this real quick. I'm telling you, man, this part here from what do you call it again? This part here, I love this part from Streamlabs. This is so godlike, B. The stream credits tells you all the people how many people are subscribed, how many people donated, etc., etc. So thank you, Zuru, Kisan, and Angel for your donations today. Really appreciate it. No subscribers during the stream, but there were some subscribers earlier. But thank you guys. Check out the In Control Triple Play Tournament video held here at this screen. You guys can see Empire Arcadia, KDZ get in the action. The games that we played, I interviewed all the guys along with the Silverbirds, some of our Call of Duty guys, Moses, who are, and then so forth. It's a bunch of, this was like 2 years ago, but you guys will definitely enjoy this. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and definitely talk to you guys later. Peace. Well, I'll see you guys tonight. So check you guys tonight. Later.